want to study medicine and you've made research of possible places you could study, but you're quite indecisive as you have to put into funding, the acceptance rate, and so many other things in place. But I was able to make out 5 possible countries you should look into if you want to study medicine. Ukraine is a very nice place to study, trust me, because you'll be studying medicine at a very cheap rate. Like, that sounds very nice. You don't really need to bother yourself much about getting scholarships and all that, because you'll be getting this education at a very cheap price. Then you'll be exposed to practical settings for you to actualize what you've been taught in class. And looking at the fact that you learn new things all around. And a certificate from Ukraine is recognized all over the world. You can get into any school of your choice, so far you could meet up with the requirements of each school. You should also consider China. We're looking at the fact that language barrier and all that, but why not just look at the positive side or the bright side, looking at the kind of education you'll be getting. Trust me, you'll be exposed to so many practical, and I can tell you that the education will be more in practice than theory. Consider that you are studying medicine because you want to save lives, and if you could speak their language, you could be lucky enough to study for free. Scholarships are very easy, as governments in China are known to give out enough scholarships to international students and to Africans at large. You should also look into USA. Fine, you could hear people say USA is hard to get into, but if you know what you are going for exactly, trust me, USA is not so hard to get into. You could meet up with the requirements if you are sincere and very honest, and you could put your priority first without having to divert and all that. You'll be getting the best education you can ever think of in USA. And it's not just that you are being taught in class, you'll be taught in a practical place. And one fascinating thing about it is you get to go for internship in an hospital. You're exposed to how operations are being taken and how things are being done in an hospital setting. UK is considered as the father of higher education, because trust me, they give you the best education you could ever think of, and they make sure they teach you to the extent that they are sure that you can do well with it if you are no longer in the classroom. So if you want to go into medicine, why not consider UK? Consider the universities in UK. Fine, not all schools are cheap in UK, but you could look into cheaper universities taking medicine. You could look into the Ivy League schools and do medicine. And another fascinating thing about it is you're exposed to getting scholarships, loans, getting a job to make sure you fund your education. And when I say getting a job, you're not just getting a job maybe outside your field, you're getting a job within your field. So it's more like you're studying and you're also getting experience. Those two would look very good on your CV if you're planning on coming back to your home country or staying there. Canada is known to have great opportunities, and as of now, the Canadian government are looking for people to treat their citizens. So if you know you want to go into medicine, you have the potential, you're sure you could do well, look into these countries I have mentioned. And if you don't know how to pick the best school you could go for, watch one of my videos where I talked about things you should put in place before picking a school and before picking a course to study. So don't just say you want to study medicine because medicine looks good. Make sure you're eligible for it, make sure you meet all the requirements, and make sure it is a course you would do and you wouldn't fail out of. So if you need help in getting to study in any of those countries I've mentioned, or you need help in getting scholarships, please do reach out to us, as we'll always be there to help you out. And please do not forget to subscribe and turn on your post notification. Also follow us on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. And also if you have questions I need answers to, you could join our IG live session on Thursday at 3 o'clock, and you could join us on Saturday too at 3:30. Just drop in your questions. Our senior consultants in the US would be there to help you out with getting answers to your questions. So like I usually say, love yourself, love your neighbor, and above all, love God. Bye.